out today. Good morning, real Wyoming. I think this is a great day to win a lawsuit. I think this is a great day to hold the feds accountable, and I think that this is a great day for you to have your voice heard. Thank you for inviting me today. Thank you for holding this. I think that it is important for us to show not only the state of Wyoming, but the broader audience, if you will, what the real issues are here. What has happened to you in terms of what the federal government has done, what the Fish and Wildlife Service has done, decisions that have impacted you, and what they mean to what is really going on the ground. I have worked with you for several years now. I was hired quite a few years ago to address this wolf introduction and to try to get the feds to approve the Wyoming management plan. And to say that it has been a frustrating experience is for me, is probably an understatement. But I cannot even imagine what it has been like for you. I live down here in Cheyenne, Wyoming. I grew up on a ranch near Fort Laramie, and I have not had to have the direct impact that all of you have suffered as a result of what the federal government has done. And as I have worked through the different issues that we've dealt with over the last several years, and as I've represented your interests and attempted to represent your interests, it has really come to me, and it has become extremely important to me to be able to voice what you have to say and to attempt to explain to that broader audience out there what the real impact of the wolves have been. What I've realized is that this is not my story, it's not an attorney's story, it is an individual and it's a personal story. And it's been very humbling to try to get that word out and to explain what has happened with the wolves, what the wolves have really done, what they have stood for, what the impact has been. I have often said that really my only purpose in life as an attorney is to be a communicator. And what I have tried to do is communicate what has happened to you. And I think that the last brief that we filed a couple of weeks ago really kind of describes and encapsulates what's happened with the Fish and Wildlife Service, what has happened with this entire program. And I think that it is exposed, perhaps more than at other times in our past, what this has all come to epitomize. And what this has come to epitomize for me is a federal government who is willing to do and say whatever is necessary to take over our hunting rights, to stop our hunting rights, to take over our private property rights, to seriously undermine who and what we are out here in Wyoming. I think when you look at what is going on in Washington, D.C., and when you look at the people who are making decisions in Washington, D.C., what you recognize is that they don't really have your best interests in heart. They don't really have an understanding of who and what you are. They don't have an understanding of what they've done. Or if they do, perhaps that makes it even worse. What we have with the wolf is we have a situation where every one of you were willing to work with the federal government. You were willing to provide the prey base, if you will, for a species that was supposed to be limited in number and limited in geography. And all we have had in the intervening 15 years since these wolves were introduced into Wyoming is an effort by the federal government to expand them in number and expand them geographically to the point that it has truly become a catastrophe. I just saw a sign around here of delist the terrorists, and it is true. What they have done with this animal, with this non-native predator, has been so incredibly destructive to our state, to our heritage, to our future, to so much of what we stand for, to so much of what we are. And I am glad to see the group of people here today. I appreciate you coming here. I'm excited to have you in that courtroom so that the judge can look every single one of you in the eye and understand what it is that we are fighting about here. Thank you for the support that you've provided me the last several years. Thank you for hiring me. Thank you for allowing me to work for you. And I am so excited to be a part of what it is that you're doing and what you've done. Thank you.